It's summertime, so let's take those regular corn on the cobs and let's make some fried corn. I have these gorgeous ears of corn that I have shucked, so I took the hull off. And then first you're going to go through and take the corn off of the cob. So how I do mine is I just take my knife and I just go straight down. Right now, see, corn is going everywhere. So make sure you have a bowl very close to you. You're going to take your knife and you're just going to go down and shave the corn. Take your knife and see, corn pops everywhere, so make sure you have a bowl ready to put all the corn kernels in. Now I'm just going to keep doing this until I get all of the corn off of the cob. You see the little bit down here at the bottom, just flip it over and get it off. And when you're done, your cob should look like this. So I'm just going to continue to remove the rest of the kernels off these cobs before we start frying this up. So when I tell y'all this really is a very simple and easy recipe, it really is. And it just gives you, an alternative from having corn on the cob, on the grill, or boiled corn on the cob. It's just such a delicious and simple recipe. So I have my cast iron skillet right here. Now you can cook this in any type of skillet. I just feel like the cast iron, adds a little je ne sais quoi to it, right? So we are gonna add 3 tablespoons of butter to this skillet. And you guys see me cooking with extra virgin olive oil all the time, but we're not using extra virgin olive oil in this recipe because naturally, what do you put on corn on the cob? You put butter, right? So we want to keep that integrity of that flavor. So we want this to be buttery and just so delicious. All right, so I got the 3 tablespoons of butter. And to this 3 tablespoons of butter, I am going to add my very finely diced red onion and about 2 cloves of garlic. Now, I like red onion in this recipe strictly because of the color. Now, this corn is already sweet, so if you use like a sweet onion, that's just going to add to the sweetness. But I just like to look at the corn and see the different colors. So that's why I have a red onion, but feel free to use whatever onion you like. And we're just gonna saute this just really quickly before we add our corn, which is the star. And that's only to give this butter, I want this butter to pick up on that garlic and onion flavor. So once I put the corn in here, it'll get all through the corn kernels. Now I am using a white sweet corn, and I'm not one of those people when you go to the grocery store you pull the corn back to see it. I always see people doing that. I don't have time for that, so I just pick up my corn and when I get home it just be a surprise. You know what I mean? Once I peel it. So now everything is all nicely mixed in. Then I'm gonna add my beautiful white sweet starchy corn. All right, it already smells good. It is something about butter, onions, and garlic. It is the absolute best flavor. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure that everything is all incorporated. And I'm gonna turn my heat down to it's on like a medium high, okay? So if you got the kind of stove that got the numbers, I would say you're gonna have your heat on like a 6 or a 7, okay? Now, to this mixture, I'm going to add my sea salt and pepper. So I keep this recipe is really nice and simple. Now, if you want to add a little cayenne pepper to spice it up, you sure can. But this one for me, because I love the sweetness of the corn, I don't want anything to overpower that sweetness. I just use salt and pepper. And of course, we have the garlic and the onions. Now, because we've cut the corn off the cob, all of that good starch, you're going to see it just come out in this skillet. Oh, it's going to be so delicious. So I'm just going to continue to watch this, and this is going to cook, you guys, for about 20 to 25 minutes, because you want to make sure that, you know, your kernels are all the way done, that you don't want them to be soft, but you do want them to be done. This is going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to come back in about 20 to 25 minutes and show you all the finished product, and we're going to put just a little topping on it, and we're going to garnish it, and it's going to be beautiful and delicious. I want to show you guys what it's looking like. Now this is after about 15 minutes of cooking. Now as you see, you're starting to see it brown, and you're starting to see it basically, it's caramelizing because the starch from the corn is coming out in the skillet. Don't that look delicious? It's not done yet though. We're gonna give this another 5 to 10 minutes, then we're gonna be right. But this is what you should start seeing. The caramelization. Caramelization is a good word. We're almost done. We're almost done. Let's check on this corn. Stir it around. Yep, that's it. That's it. This is what it should be looking like. Ooh, yes. It smells so good. But as you see the little caramelized pieces of the corn. You see the onions are nice and tender. This corn is done. So what I do is I turn the heat off, right? We're gonna smooth this out a little bit because you know presentation is everything. Presentation is everything. Now what, you gotta get those good onions off my spoon. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to hit this with a little Parmesan cheese. This is grated Parmesan cheese. Yes, yes ma'am, yes sir. Go ahead, hit that with that. Now you can hit it with, well, I wouldn't say any cheese you want because all cheese wouldn't go good with this. Any nice sharp cheese like a Parmesan will go great, okay? Hit that with that good cheese, and then you know we got to make it come back and make it look a little fancy. Go ahead, hit it with a little parsley. Now, for those of you who like cilantro, I actually hate cilantro. You can go ahead and top yours with cilantro, just an updated version. And there you go. There's that beautiful southern fried corn.